seniors. Please join me in the pledge to the Bible. I pledge allegiance to the Bible, God's holy word. I will make it a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. I will hide its words in my heart, that I might not sin against God. Join me in the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We are working through different things. The first thing we've been talking about is our school rules. And the one we're going to talk about today is do your work. There's also things that make school a better place. They are leave it. When you blow it. Hustle. If you fall down. No. Never. We've also been talking about things from the Bible that help remind us about how we live our lives. One of them is those who are faithful with little. This isn't a Bible verse, but it's a principle based on the Bible. The bigger they are. We've also been talking about our catechism, ways that we understand God's word. So, who made you?
God made me.
What else did God make?
God made all things.
Why did God make you in all things?
For his own glory.
How can you glorify God?
By loving him and doing what he commands.
Why are you to glorify God?
Because he made me and takes care of me.
Is there more than one true God? And how many persons does this one God exist?
Three persons.
Name these three persons.
The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
What is God?
God is a spirit and does not have a body like men.
Where is God?
God is everywhere.
Can you see God? All right, go, Kinder. All right, so let's try it again. So I'll say, can you see God? And you'll say, no, I cannot see God, but he always sees me. So let's try it. Can you see God? No, I cannot see God, but he always sees me. We are talking about the school rule of do your work as unto the Lord. So let me ask you this question. What is the opposite of that rule? What is the opposite of that rule? Of doing your work unto the Lord, what would be the opposite of that rule? Micah? Okay. Briley, what would be the opposite of do your work as unto the Lord? What's that? Okay, right, do your work sloppily. What would be another example of the opposite, Liam? Right. Yeah, not doing your best work, brushing through things. So the rule is there because there is a tendency, our temptation is to not do that, right? If the rule is to do your work as unto the Lord, and that's what the Bible tells us to do, it's telling us that because our temptation is to not do that, to do our work for ourselves, to do it as easy as we can for ourselves, to take shortcuts through like cheating, writing things sloppily, just getting things done so we can move on to the things that I want to do. So the Bible has these principles in place because it knows us and it knows our tendency to do the opposite of that, of not doing our work as unto the Lord. If the rule is do your work as unto the Lord, then the opposite rule is do your work as unto myself, right? Do it unto me. And when I do things unto me, then I get to set the standard for what is good enough, right? I get to decide what's my best. And my best today may not be, I just kind of scratch things in. I get to decide how hard I need to work. You know, if I don't feel like it, I don't have to work as hard. That I get to set the standard for myself. The Bible's saying, no, you don't, right? You're created in God's image. God sets the standard for you, and you do your work as unto the Lord. And that standard doesn't change, right? His attribute of God is he's unchangeable, right? So every day that standard is the same. It's not something I get to decide, and every day, if I feel good, I'll work hard. If I don't feel good, I don't have to work as hard. So that's not my standard. My standard is unto the Lord, and his standard does not change. So every day, on a Tuesday, right, on a Tuesday, doing our work is unto the Lord, and that's our standard. We are also doing a hymn of the month with He Leadeth Me. We've been talking about all the verses except for the last verse, and the last verse has some interesting imagery or pictures that the hymn writer is getting us to think about. So it says, "And when my task on earth is done, when by thy grace the victory won." What is he talking about? When my task on earth is done. What is the hymn writer talking about? What is he talking about? Is that Vivian? Is that you? What is he talking about? Right, when you're going to heaven, when my task on earth is done, right? When I'm going to go to heaven. So God, there's a time for our lives, right? And so he's talking about at the end of my life, my task on earth is done. "And even death's cold wave I will not flee, since God through Jordan leadeth me." Now, I think third grade will read Pilgrim's Progress, and one of the great images in Pilgrim's Progress is they get to the Jordan River. They get to this river, right? And it's a picture of the final thing that we do to get to heaven. And that's what the picture of this hymn writer is getting us to think of, is that we live our lives so that when we pass through Jordan, we can enjoy the benefits of heaven. So we're singing "He Leadeth Me."
His